Outside, Christine can't get her soda to come out of the machine. This is when she meets Dirk. They make a little small talk, and he enlightens her with his annual vending machine death statistics, and they're hitting it off. And I think at this point, Dirk's like, yeah, really wish I wouldn't have fucked Pam a few moments ago. This chick's cool. But their happy little meeting is interrupted by a scream. It's Carrie, and she is full zombie, so Dirk gives her a left cross, and they make a run for it. They don't even bother to tell the other, and I don't blame them, because let's face it, Christine's friends are pieces of shit. They bail to the car, and they get in, but Carrie jumps on the hood, which scares the keys right out of Dirk's hands. Luckily, he has a gun. Bye, Carrie. Christine and Dirk take a moment to assess the situation, and just then Cornelius shows up, and he jerks Dirk right out of the car. And just as he's about to butt rape Dirk, Christine grabs the pistols and puts a halt to that crime. Christine calls the cops while Dirk keeps looking for the keys. They're underneath the car, which is weird because they were in the car when he dropped them. As he reaches down and tries to grab the keys, Cornelius grabs him. So Christine once again grabs the gun, but Carrie is still alive. Dirk kicks Cornelius in the dick repeatedly. And then he realizes, to stop these zombies, you have to destroy their genitals. Unlike regular zombies that you gotta destroy their brains, in this case, you gotta destroy the dicks and the vaginas. But if that's true, then how did Cornelius's mom/girlfriend, whoever he lives with, how did she come back? She killed the mailman after having her vagina torn out. And then Pam comes back later, which she got hers torn out too, so the theory continuity is kind of skewed here. Dirk looks over and he sees Christine fighting with Carrie, so he tells her to kick her in the vag, which she does, but she gets her foot stuck. And eventually, after a struggle, she gets it out, but she loses her shoe, and they both flee back to her room, where Brooklyn is. They fill Brooklyn in on the situation as the cop arrives, but the cop goes to Freddy's door and he knocks on it. And Freddy's not in a position to answer the door, so he's not stalling, but he's not answering either. So finally the cop busts the door down, and Freddy just kind of plays it off. He figures, well, if I make the cop feel uncomfortable, he'll just kind of turn his head and walk away. So he acts like him and Jason are lovers, just got done making love, and they're trying to go to sleep. They don't know what's going on out there. And the cop's like, whoa, okay. Sorry, wrong room. When the cop leaves, he runs into Dirk and Christine in Brooklyn. And as they're talking amongst each other, Cornelius is slowly creeping up, jerking off. And they're looking past the cop at Cornelius, who's slowly walking up, jerking off. The cop's like, I don't believe what you guys are saying. There's nobody behind me. And when he does turn around, Cornelius shoots acidic ejaculation all over him and kills him. Back in Freddy's room, Jason comes to. And he's full-on zombie. And Freddy's dick is still stuck in his ass as Jason is trying to leave the room. And Freddy tries to resist, but he can't. And as Jason goes through the door, he breaks Freddy in half. Carrie is still attacking the others, who are now in the car. From the roof of the car, she grabs Brooklyn's head and tries to shove his head into her clam, which melts his face and kills him. Figures they killed the black guy first. What? Nobody else has officially died yet. Cornelius is back. Dirk and Christine run different directions. Dirk winds up back in his room and finds Pam. Then Carrie attacks. These fucking zombies don't die. Dirk stomps Pam's head, but her vajayjay is still intact, and it starts to attack him. And it's got shark teeth, and some tentacle comes out of it. So he grabs his pistol and sticks it in and pulls the trigger. Outside, the mailman's tentacle dick is attacking Christine. So the motel manager shows up and hits the mailman in the back of the head with a shovel. Christine takes a shovel and uses it to cut off the mailman's dick. And then she gives it back to the motel manager, who she thought she could trust. And he smacks her in the head with it. Then the motel manager finds Dirk and hits him in the head too. When Dirk and Christine awake, they're duct taped to chairs. In a combination of a Dexter kill scene meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre dinner scene. Turns out the motel manager, they're surrounded by a table that kid that was playing patty cake is there. The weird guy or weird thing in the mask that was playing with the kid is there. Turns out they're cannibals. And there's some other weird chick. Who the fuck is that other chick? And the motel manager is completely unaware that zombies are even a thing. He just wants some dinner. But Cornelius shows up to the rescue inadvertently, and he kills the motel manager. So Christine shoots Cornelius in the head, and then in the dick, and then her and Dirk flee to the car once again. As they're starting up the car, they get attacked by a male and female zombie. Again, is it Carrie? Is it Jason? I don't know. A tire iron falls from the sky, which Dirk used to kill his zombie, and Christine uppercuts her zombie in the pussy and pulls something out. I don't know what it was. And they start up the car. They drive. They stop. Just as you think there's going to be a happy ending, Christine starts to turn. And it's kind of sucks because this was, up until now, it was kind of a rom-com. But now Dirk's going to have to kill Christine. But Christine backs away from the car, and a truck comes and hits her. Which means Dirk doesn't have to kill her himself, because she's got feelings for him, so it's kind of a relief. But it turns out it's those two drunken morons from the beginning that hit Cornelius in the first place. And they stop and they're like, hey man. And they start asking Dirk some questions, and he's like, you know what? I just want to go down south. That's where my family lives. And they're like, man, we just came from down south, man. There's nothing down there. There's no point in going. And then a car comes and hits Dirk. The end. The Gilligan Award goes to Cornelius because he raped a corpse, became patient zero. Well, he raped patient zero and started this shit show to begin with. What did we learn? Survival tales.
This seems like a no-brainer, but don't have sex with a corpse. And if you do, make sure the corpse doesn't have an STD. Once you stab the culprit, don't investigate. Either keep killing or just get the fuck out of there. If your girlfriend denies you sex, don't just wait for her to fall asleep and have sex with her anyway. But if you do, make sure it's actually her before you start.